Hey Alexis, how you doing? I've got your work up. Here it is, right here. Here's your writing. A lot of changes. Just going through your writing here. This thing I wanted to look like a resource, but I did a pretty good job choosing the image. The thing I had trouble with was the color scheme. I didn't find it worked with the image. I tried my best to look at the thing. It's horrible. I don't. Also, the text is hard to see in the color. That's why I decided to do the gray boxes. I want to talk about those gray boxes and soften the edges so it wouldn't look as harsh. Yeah, I want to talk about those boxes, Alexis. And let me just start by saying this. Um, so, okay, professional graphic designers and design educators like myself spend a lot of time talking to younger design students um, in terms of page harmony and professionalism in the composition of any associated design projects, right? And what I want to say is that a lot of inexperienced designers, a lot of student designers want to place things in boxes. And I think it's a clear indication of inexperience. And I don't mean to sound discouraging when I say this, but it is a clear indication of inexperience. And my concern here is that if the piece like this makes it into your student portfolio, it's going to point to inexperience as these little boxes that you placed your type in does point to inexperience. Let me describe that a little bit further. So the experience level I'm talking about doesn't have to do. I mean, you're showing proficiency. The background image is adjusted beautifully. The logo is placed with no distortions. Masked image shows outstanding masking, no indications of the background. Typography is set quite nicely. Everything is working out beautifully. You're showing outstanding proficiency. However, the choice of the background image precludes a placement of type over the image. And this is one of the things I talk about experience. An experienced designer would take a look at this image right here and say, I'm not real sure about how successful this image will be in a magazine ad that is requiring text because it's so busy and there's so much texture associated with the background image. Now, experienced and professional designers would say, okay, I don't have an option of placing a colored box to put my type in because I don't want this to look like, and again, I don't mean to sound discouraging, I don't want it to look like an amateur ad. Okay, so what we need to do at this point is you want to make a decision. You want to either have a professional ad well, the point is that you want to create a professional looking ad, one that's got outstanding page harmony and good hierarchy. But this ad right here is kind of precluding that because of the background image. My recommendation is to find a background image that is more suitable to accommodate type. We want to place the type right over the ad because we want to place a synergy between the type, the text, and the image, as opposed to creating separations. Right now, adding the boxes is creating separations. Being able to incorporate the type right into the image, that's going to add a wonderful harmony, as opposed to this kind of separation, this disconnect, so to speak. Okay, so go ahead and take a look at those examples in the announcement area. And as a matter of fact, let's go over there right now. And I just want to show you that the image choice is to a high degree going to determine the success of this project. And if we jump over to the announcements and we take a look, we come down here to remember all those examples I had posted way back in week 2. Let's jump down to those and let's see, where are they? Here they are, right here. Okay, so as you notice, every one of these images is perfectly accommodating to holding text, right? We can see it here, and then they also translate very well to cropping and having enough room for text in the banner. Whereas this, if you're going to crop this with the main image, the focal point, again, it's just so busy, it's going to be extremely difficult to assemble type in there. Okay, so I guess in a very long-winded way, what I'm recommending is that you change out the background image. Now, again, please understand you are showing proficiency. What I'm talking about here doesn't have to do with the proficiency level that you're displaying in the class. You are showing outstanding proficiency. These comments have to do more with the expeditious creation of an ad that is harmonious and has good hierarchy, as well as good page flow. So again, for that reason, I recommend selecting a different background image. If you want to go ahead and make changes and resubmit here, or email me and I can make comments there, or post right to the general questions area in the classroom, whatever you want, I'll be glad to provide additional comments on your new ad. But I do recommend, I would like to see this reflected in your final ad, where you change out the background image and actually incorporate the ad right over the image, as opposed to placing it in boxes. Okay. All right. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any necessary clarifications. Thank you very much.